it's got that. I'm used to Looney Tunes stuff.
Oh, she's coming out with her hand in the stinker.
Oh, look at her.
Yeah, this one's more weird.
Alright, hello.
Say hi, Daddy.
Hi, don't cry.
I feel like it's the first time I actually feel comfortable holding a baby. Like, it's like she wants me.
Oh,
Yeah, maybe 113.
No, babies are horrible. But the so we had two DIY kids. Like two of ours were DIYers. Two we got from like the refurbishment pile. We adopted them, but the first two were DIY. And the first one I was like, oh, that's totally my kid. The second one I looked at it, and it came out and it was completely different. Lily just was completely different. So the first one was tiny, bald, blue eyes. The second one comes out, this enormous baby with black hair, and I was looking at Mom like, I wasn't deployed that long, so I don't know. That's how that went. But I hated both, like the baby stage. I was not a good baby dad. But you know, once we got to 2 years old and I could start throwing them around, it was much better. Yeah, for sure. It's important. It's important to throw your children. Probably shouldn't tell people to throw their children. We used to play catch with my youngest daughter, except we actually played catch with her. Like me and some of the other folks in the unit, we just like pick her up and just yeet her right across the room, and she thought it was the best thing ever. The only thing she liked better than that was we had a friend who was 6'8", and Katie was a very tall lady, and she would hold her up, belly up to the ceiling, and then just drop her on the couch, which probably would get your kids taken away now, but when we did it, it was fine. So she loved it. Oh, it was great. So she's laying there, and she's right in the middle of surgery. And I'm standing there. I'm at the, at her feet, or at her head actually, and I'm looking down, and like I've got the view, like God's eye view. I'm looking at all of her insides, and they're just right there. And I leaned down, and I looked at her. I was like, "Honey," she's like, "Yeah." I was like, "You remember how I've always told you you're beautiful on the inside?" She says, "Yeah." I'm like, "Oh, I lied to you. That is not okay. What you've got going on there." So, and then they, of course, took the baby out, and it was awesome. Yeah, probably shouldn't tell people that either. You're gonna get like 7 seconds of things you can actually say to people in a church. No, I mean Wednesday's good.
You're ridiculous.
Yeah. Oh, I mean, you got to hand it to that dude. That was smart. He just should have moved faster. That was awesome. I feel like it would have been a lot cool if he could have got him to drift just a little around the corner, but it was, I'm going to applaud that man. That was solid. I think you should definitely do that if you get the chance. What that reminds me of is in the grocery store, I used to put them in the cart, and then, which I feel like everybody puts their kids in the cart, except I would just absolutely sprint down the aisles, and then like we get to the end and like just drift around the edge. And of course the kids thought it was great. The old ladies in the grocery store not so much, but we had a good time. And then we'd drive by, and then they'd be like, "Dad, no, man, you passed it." Just stop and skid out. So it was a lot of fun. You need something that'll take the corners a little bit more aggressively. I feel like you definitely it's too easy to tip those. You need high performance, small compact cart. If you're gonna ride the cart with your child at top speed, it needs to be a decent cart. Wow. That kid lived a lot longer than any of mine would have. Like, I feel like that would not have went well. I've never had that kind of energy. The first time I'd be like, Oh wow, that's on the floor. That's just where that is now. It's never getting picked up. We'll get that in January. I don't have that kind of energy. It's like, honey, what happened to why is there milk on the counter? Well, the kid spilled it. Why is it brown? Because she spilled it on Monday. Like, I don't know. I wouldn't be, no. That guy had a lot of energy. I like him. Oh, yeah, everywhere. The second one was like that. And the great thing about Lily was that she would not only would she do that stuff, but then when you went to clean it up, she would scream because she's like, no, I wanted it that way. Like that was intentional. Like, no, I like it out. So the backpack carrier thing was amazing for her. You just strap her on and like, walk around. That's where it was at. Yeah, couldn't let her down on the ground. Otherwise, there was no house. It was just destroyed.
To society.
Yeah, it was just gone. The oldest one was generally a little bit more tame, unless she decided she got it in her head that she wanted to play with the dog. So Abby was not a friend to the dog. Her favorite thing was she would get up on the arm of the couch, and the dog, just super peaceful dog, big boy, 80 pounds. She would get up on the arm of the couch and just jump down and land on the dog, and he'd just be like, like this was the most pitiful sound ever, right? And she'd be like, again, and just climb around. And if I was a better person, I would have stopped it, but she was occupied, and the dog never moved, so we kind of let it go probably a lot longer than we should have.
I think his day was ruined.
Yeah. That's the kind of thing that, like, that actually happens. Your kids will be out there and they'll do something completely innocent, and you're just convinced. You're like, no, you were just, dorking around. You should have been more careful. And then later on, you're like, I have to apologize. I think at that point you just you call in, you're like, yeah, I'm not coming. I got an omen from God. He just told me, no, this is not going to be your day. Stay home. So you should just be like, we're having hot chocolate. That's what we're doing now. This is a hot chocolate day. And donuts. I need donuts and hot chocolate because, yeah, I'm not going back out there. I know everything I need to know when the car door handle came off. Yeah, that's everything about this day.
Hey, Dad.
Hey, yeah?
My girlfriend wants to work this out.
Oh, yeah? What'd you tell her?
But I told her, hey, listen, love is like a fart. If you have to force it, it's probably just crap anyways.
That is so cool.
Don't tell your mom.
Oh no, we would record that and play it repeatedly, and then I'd probably tell it at work. That's exactly on brand for us at my house. That's, yeah, for sure. Yeah, we do the absolute worst jokes known to man all the time. And it's really a competition. The worse the joke, the better it is. So, like, what's the difference between Aluminum Man and Iron Man? Iron Man crushes his enemies. Aluminum Man just foils their plans. Yeah, every joke is the worst joke ever. Competition is a race to the bottom.
Okay, so we at the mall, right? My son said something tickled me pink. I get out the car. Now, mind you, this is my son's car. Everybody see that? Got the top down and the windows down. You know what he tells me? He said, lock the door.
Yeah. See, I'm normally the kid. Like, my kids will be like, Dad, that's dumb. Yeah, you're right. That was dumb. I'm sorry. They're much smarter than I am. My kids are much better. I'm not. Yeah, I'm the one that does the really, really stupid stuff in our house. So, like, the other day I was trying to let my wife out the gate, and the sheep came running up, and I don't know, for whatever reason, I was just like, hey, sheep, stop, and watched them walk out the driveway, and we spent the next 40 minutes trying to put them back in. I could have closed the gate at any point. I didn't do that. Kids are much smarter than I am. So, normally I just get their help. Like, can you help me with this? They're good kids.
Excuse me. My daughter thinks that you are so cute. What's your name? Will. Will, good to meet you, Will.
See, the problem with Dad there is he had the right idea and just bad execution. What he should have done is, my daughter and I think you're cute. That way it's a together thing, and then it's a bonding activity. You're not embarrassing her, you're embarrassing yourself along with it. You'd be like, my daughter and I think you're cute. Can we have your number? And that wouldn't be weird at all. So I feel like that's where he made his mistake. He should have, been her wingman instead of just selling her out. I think he could have worked that out better. You can't be afraid to put yourself out there for your kids. You can just be right there with them. So the Bible says, raise every kid in the way they should go, which means there's not like a one size fits all for it. So wherever they're at, that's where you got to be. You got to hop right in, whatever mess they're doing, whether they're listening to rap music or watching SpongeBob or, whatever it is that they're doing, that's the thing you got to be doing.
All right, all we would need is like a very specific 10-inch 2x4 and then another one stacked just like this on top of it, and this would be fixed. It'd be fixed. No way. No way. No way. No way. Yes! Finally! Something like this? No way!
Yeah, we just call that Tuesday. Like, that's all the time. We don't, yeah. I have a whole shop full of like, it's basically a hardware store. Yeah, so we don't throw anything away, but it's super organized. Just go out there and, yeah, no, it's not like a miracle occurrence. That's what we do at our house. We solve problems. Oh, a block of wood, hunk of steel, big metal rod. You never know. Like, you're gonna be out there and you'll be like, hey, what do you want to do today? And Bailey will be like, let's make a dude whacker. Like, it's what we build so that the kids girls can whack dudes with them and if they need to. And then you've got just the perfect thing sitting there. So it's like, I've been saving this trailer hitch to put on this bar so that we could hit people with it if we needed to. We wouldn't normally do that. But like, if we needed to, it's there. Actually, that's Abby's. Abby's is the one with the trailer hitch on it. She keeps it by her bed. She's ready to go. People break in, she can take them out. That's Bailey's is Bailey's we made out of a giant piece of oak. It's like 3 inches long. We just made it into a really short bat and put a big steel bar in it, and it's a lot of fun. She's prepped. She's ready. But yeah, you can't throw that stuff away. You might need it. My daughters haven't managed to land anybody yet, so I haven't had to deal with that. They're blissfully alone, which is great for me, horrible for them, but I support their aloneness. I'm happy for them because I haven't had to do the whole wedding thing, and I don't know if I want to, but one day maybe. One day. I support their loneliness, yeah. So in our house, if you want to go on a date with one of my girls, you have to eat dinner with the family first. And then after dinner, we ask the same 3 questions every time. Like, I ask the dude, like, 3 questions if he's gonna date the daughter. And first question is, what's the best possible outcome for this date? And the second one's like, what's the worst possible outcome from this date? And the third one, it always just totally blows them up, which is, what's your definition of sexual assault? And they just like, they look at you and like their eyes get huge. And so, yeah, they don't date much. It's crazy. Not very many dudes stick around after that, which really works out well for me. There's not much that a growing young lady or a growing young boy has in common with a 40-year-old dude. That's just not it. So you got to meet them where they are. You got to go find them, figure out what they're passionate about, and get passionate about it, whatever that is. If there's a cause that they're interested in, get interested in it And if there's, you know, the beauty of having kids is that you get to see through their eyes a totally different perspective, a totally different life experience, and you can see where they're coming from. And they're pretty amazing people. You know, they're awesome. You get to just walk through life with another person. So and see everything from start to wherever it is that you check out. But it's a great story. And so yeah, my advice would be just figure out where they are and get there. Do whatever it is that you have to do to be there with them. You don't have to be perfect. You don't have to be amazing. You just be present, but not just present like, oh look, that's Dad, he's in the living room, but like present like wherever they are, what's going on in their life that they care about.